Hi, this is Kathleen. I'm attempting to live on a budget, especially since my income has really decreased since I retired, and also don't have savings that I used to have, and so I'm living off my Social Security and my pension from the government. So I went ahead and went shopping today. I wasn't planning on doing like a food haul type video, but I thought it might be interesting for other people in other parts of the US and then in other countries to see what it costs, what our groceries cost. And I didn't spend that much because I do have a freezer full of food and some items in the pantry that I do need to eat up. So I went to Walmart because the only other store in our town, well, there's two other grocery stores. One is Save A Lot, which used to be really good with their prices, but isn't really anymore. And then Kroger, which is the most expensive. So I went to Walmart. Sometimes I go to Aldi's in another town, but usually I stick around here. I have been eating a lot of pecans in my oatmeal, and I eat oatmeal every other day. I have some in stock, but later this month I will probably go to Aldi's and buy some of their pecans or pecans, however you pronounce it, because they're a little bit cheaper there. And I like the quality. So I did buy some ground beef. I had some. I was gonna make some soup, some beef and vegetable soup. Some of you all requested that I do that on a video. So I had, on Christmas Day, my son and I ate some chili that I made because we were waiting for this past Sunday to eat our actual Christmas dinner. I'm trying not to say because apparently I do that a lot and it's really hard not to. It just comes out of my mouth when I can't think of the next sentence, and I'm sorry. I'm also trying to look at the camera because that was pointed out to me too. So I got just 1 pound of ground beef, and there were no ones on sale. So the ground beef was $5.33 a pound, which I think is outrageous. And then because I have some curry in the cabinet, they're Japanese curry cubes. They look like chocolate, like baking chocolate, but they're curry, and all the spices are in there, and the thickening agents in there. So, and 99% of the time I make pork curry. That's what my mom made, so that's what I do. So I got some thin pork chops, and they were $5.97. The price is right on there. They were $1.11 a pound, and that I could probably make 2 things of curry with this, with a lot of vegetables. 2 pots. I got a 5-pound bag of potatoes. They're russet potatoes. They were on sale. See if I can find them. They were $2.44 for a 5-pound bag. Bananas, I got 2. It's just me here. Well, my son is probably going home tomorrow, so just me basically. And the 2 bananas were 38 cents. They're 50 cents a pound. and they were on sale. I guess they're normally 76 cents a pound. So the inkjet ink is for printing out things. I don't use my printer a lot. I need a new insurance, proof of insurance for my car to stick in there. And my printer's not printing anymore because the ink is apparently out. And then I'll be doing my taxes soon, and I need to print those out for my records. Also, twice a year I print out two forms with my bills on them. They're just sheets of paper that I use to keep track of everything that I spend money on. $36.92 for 2 ink cartridges, black and then a multicolored one. So then I have a half loaf. I love this bread. I do occasionally make my own bread, but I really like it. It's nutty oat. Is $1.96. It is a little bit expensive, but you really aren't going to find bread cheaper than that unless you buy the really bland white bread that is really not good for you. That probably isn't great either. It does have nuts in it though. So of old-fashioned Quaker oats. My son has been helping me eat my oats, so they're really depleting right now. And they were $5.12. I do eat oats just about every other day for breakfast, and then I eat some type of egg meal for the other day. I got a bag of popcorn. The popcorn is $2.28. I'm trying to get away from eating so many chips because I am addicted to salty chips. And then milk, lactose free, half a gallon is $3.38. It's all abbreviated, so it took me forever to find it. The milk is ridiculous too. And then not on my list, dots, just because I wanted them. These will last me forever. I don't eat a lot of sugary candy and stuff anymore. They were $1.24. Salt, I am running really low on salt, so this will probably last me 3 or 4 years or more. That was 67 cents. I did buy the Great Value Walmart brand because the Morton's that I normally buy was quite a bit more. I think it was a little over $2. So yeah. Black pepper, again, almost out of this, and it'll last me a long time also. Black pepper was $2.08. So I don't know why it's so much more expensive than the salt, but it is. And I didn't have these on my list, but I use a lot of tomato products when I cook. I make a lot of spaghetti, chili, soups with tomatoes in them. So I got a couple of diced tomatoes, 96 cents each. They're the Great Value brand. I got 2 of the Great Value tomato paste, and they were 86 cents each. And they were all out of the tomato sauce in the Great Value brand, so I got Hunt's. And they are $1.23 each. I'm pretty sure this stuff used to be like under $1 for those cans of tomato and sauce. I don't remember exactly, but it's just getting crazy. And then I bought some toilet paper. I got 18 mega rolls that are supposed to be like 72 regular rolls. And they were, let's see, okay. So that was $11.88, and that will last me more than the month. And I still have part of another pack, so it might last me through all of next month too, possibly. And then Chewy's dog food. I got a I got a 36-pound bag, that $29.98, and like I said, that was for a 36-pound bag. And it's on the other side, so I'm not going to show you that. And I think that's it. And I will get this put away, and I will try to set up the seed sprouting thing, and I will finish the video. Okay, we're going to start some sprouts. These are a mixture of different kind of beans. So the instructions say to soak them for 8 to 12 hours before you start trying to sprout them, but I have never done that. All I do is put them in this container and the trays and just start pouring water in there. It's really easy. I guess you can do that if you want. It might be faster. These are, let me see if these are garbanzo, adzuki, mung, and green peas. I use these in stir fries. I like them in scrambled eggs. I also like them in omelets, which is basically the same thing as the scrambled eggs, really. And with these, there aren't very many. I'm going to attempt to make a veggie burger, a sprouted veggie burger with them for the first time. So I will do that probably, I'm thinking it's going to take at least until Sunday, possibly Monday, and today is Thursday. Hopefully Sunday. But you just put them in the trays. See what the tray looks like. It has this little thing, and it looks dirty, but it's really not. I washed them with hot soapy water and then soaked them with vinegar and water for a couple hours and scrubbed really good. It doesn't all come out. They're stained from the bean hull. They've just always been like that. So I'm going to put these in the bottom tray. And then I thought, so I looked at probably 4 or 5 recipes for these burgers, and they all use like chilies and jalapenos, and since I don't really like super spicy food, I thought I'd use up these microgreens. It says hot mix, but I think if they're dispersed in a burger, they won't be that, but it will still give it some flavor. So I'm going to put this down here. The rest of them, these are really old seeds. I did sprout these, okay. The problem is they're in a drawer. I had no kitchen for half a year because I had a flooded hot water heater. It destroyed my kitchen, which is why my kitchen looks brand new, because it pretty much is. It destroyed the cabinets, the floors, the living room, the hallway, and part of the wall. So I got new paint in this room and in the living room and in the hallway. So I it was a mess. So anyway, they sat in a box for over 6 months while that was being done. And then before that, I just basically forgot they were there, except in the wintertime when I don't have a garden and I'm wanting some greens. So I remember I could sprout something to put on sandwiches, to put my salads or whatever, or in my eggs. The bottom tray is just to catch it. It doesn't have a little port. It catches what you pour in there. And because this one is missing the little doohickey on here to somehow grabs the water and pulls it down into the little hole. And because it's missing, I'm just going to pour the water in the top tray, and then just use this as a cover to keep out whatever bugs, which there aren't too many in the winter time, and possibly Chewy's dog hair. You never know with a long-haired dog. But I don't know if you can see. Can you see the water coming down? So it goes out of the uppermost tray and goes into the next tray to water those seeds, and then it finally goes into the bottom tray. And then you just dump the bottom tray. So when it's all done, you just empty that tray, like I say, the bottom one, let it set it aside. You're supposed to do it 2 to 3 times a day. Pour some water into it. Probably about a cup would be fine. Let it drain. I just let it go until it finishes and every drop of the water comes out, and then dump it later. And then when all the seeds are sprouted, you need to rinse the sprouts really good before you use them. And I kind of pat them dry on a clean kitchen towel. I don't really use paper towels except to fry bacon in the microwave, and I use it to cover. So I don't buy paper towels except for maybe once a year or more. And when they are done, I'm going to try and make them into a bean burger. I've eaten bean burgers in restaurants before. I've never made one myself, so it's going to be interesting. So I don't know if I'm going to make the beef and vegetable soup next week or make the pumpkin soup. I haven't decided. If you guys want to see one or the other more, or you don't want to see any soup making, that's fine. Just let me know and I'll do what the majority would like to see. I was going to go out and go walking around the Capitol here in Kentucky, but it's really cold. It's like 30 degrees out there. Yesterday we had little tiny balls of hail out on the patio and in my garden beds, and we're supposed to get snow on Sunday in 3 days. So I don't think I'm gonna be going out walking anytime soon. When it warms up, I'll go. I spent a total of $120.53 today on household items and groceries, and I'm going to try and stay around $200 for the month. That's only because I have a stockpile of like tissues. I have a lot of food. I have food from the garden that I need to eat, and I need to try and make some meals with so it gets eaten up before the new gardening season starts. You want to say goodbye, Chewy? You want to just be left alone. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go now. I hope you all enjoy this video. Let me know if there's anything you want to see, if there's any videos you want me to make. I know some people wanted me to do gardening videos. That's going to be a little bit still. I will be starting seeds. I don't know, some cold weather things maybe in January, probably towards the end of January. And then I'm gonna have a load of manure delivered. I'm not sure when. I think I'm going, so I waited until just before planting time last year. It was the first time I got a load of manure. I usually buy the bags and it's just getting so much more expensive. I found a place, a farm in another town, well, a farm on the outskirts of another town, and they deliver to homes in my area. So I'm going to do that again this year. Possibly get a double load, because I did have to go out and buy some more bags just to fill what I have. So I might do that towards the end of January too, so I don't get in the big rush where everybody's getting it and then I have to wait for weeks in order to get a load. And I think that's it. Thank you all for watching the videos. I really appreciate it. I really didn't think so many people would be watching the videos ever. Yeah, so I appreciate it, and I hope you keep watching. I'm trying to think of things that are interesting to other people besides myself. It's kind of hard. So if you have ideas, I would really appreciate them. And I think that's it. Y'all have a good day.